Hello, everyone. Welcome to Table Flipping Games. Tonight, your video feed may be saying Gloomhaven,
But
but
it's wrong.
yeah,
It's
Don't believe
incorrect.
that.
exactly. So we have a member out tonight, so we're not going to be starting the new mission. But I have read through the mission, and it's very good. It seems like a cool idea. And
Wow.
we're finally
Rude.
sorry.
Rude to tease us with that.
We're
That's
finally
not
getting back
nice.
into some combat, which is good, and there's a cool little video gamey type thing kind of thrown in, which will be interesting. So nothing too complicated either, like the hamburger making thing or the steak making thing, whatever we were doing.
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to be doing a one-off, and it's kind of a special topic. I've been talking about doing this for a little bit because I have recently done something I've never done before, which is back a Kickstarter project for a board game. So it was pretty,
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty interesting. Mostly my experience with Kickstarter was me saying, "Wow, I wish I would have known about this Kickstarter when it was still going because it seems like a really cool game, and now I have to wait until after everybody else gets it," which is what happened with Gloomhaven. But this one I found out about early while it was still open. Right now, I looked at their website. They are still on the Kickstarter page. You can do a late pledge. So I think what you do is you sign up for a notification if you're interested in the game and you really like it. You can sign up for late pledge and get it. They actually only had £50,000 for their goal, and they have over 3 million backing, which is
For the
pretty
one we're
crazy.
playing tonight?
Yes,
Wow.
they got 3 million
Nice.
pounds of backing, and I'm not talking about weight. I'm talking about British sterling, folks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they only had 30,000 backers, so those people like went in and spent a lot of money.
Jeez.
So the
Wow,
question
man.
is, yeah, the question is the
They
of
got a white
tonight.
whale in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Just like
is
one dude was like, $1 million.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want 15 copies of the game.
1,500 copies of a
Yeah,
game.
that's true. So, so we'll be taking a look at that tonight. They actually, what was really cool is part of the development and playtesting process was done via Tabletop Simulator. So they've been really open and say, hey, the game is available on there. We put the game up, and they have some really cool little technical things they set up with it. Um, and they asked everybody to kind of play test it and help them out. And then, this is something that I really like, this idea of Tabletop Simulator being used to prototype games and also try games out before you actually buy them or Kickstarter them, right? Kickstarter back them. So I haven't played this game though, so I wasn't smart enough to actually do that first. But I read the instructions and it seemed pretty cool, and I like the idea. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we are getting started tonight with Nemesis. So you may be saying to yourself, "Wait a second, isn't this Alien?" And I would say, "Don't breach. You want to get sued. Don't breach contract." It is not Alien, even though it looks exactly like Alien slash Predator. It's very different. So, but it is basically Alien, because we're on a ship and we're trying to get off, and there's predator, or they call him an intruder, trying to track us down and kill us, and there's eggs and slime and all this stuff. So,
Just as long as it's not Alien Isolation. That game sucks.
does it?
Yeah. It
Oh,
got
see, I
like
heard good things.
terrible, terrible reviews.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Oh.
Okay.
pretty sure. I don't know.
Hopefully
I
this
think they
isn't
might have
like that.
updated it or something, and maybe it got better. I don't know, but I'm not really an Alien fan anyway, so that was not my jam.
Yeah, so this will be interesting because one of the things I really liked about this is the idea of things like Battlestar Galactica and The Thing, which I recently have played. All of them that have this kind of trader type mechanic, but you don't really know who it is, and so you're kind of wondering, who you can trust, who you can't. So there's this level of paranoia
Wait, it's not one of
gets
us,
added.
right?
Uh, so the idea is that there's objectives in this game that could make you like a betrayer type person, but we don't know. Yeah, um,
Yeah.
but everybody's kind of got their own objectives, so we're all kind of selfish bastards and trying to go out on our own. So we may be helping each other momentarily or occasionally, but we'll see. It could end up we could all be friendly, very friendly.
Yeah.
Um, so before we get started, just as a quick reminder, we're part of the Misscliks channel, so don't forget to check them out throughout the week. They've got lots of good shows. I know they're doing some D&D sessions, and I think there's Gutsy. She kind of does horror playthroughs of video games. So make sure and check those out throughout the week, and then we're here on
Yeah,
Saturdays.
is Indie LP still on here too?
I
You can
don't
play like indie
know.
games.
It says it's on hiatus, I think.
Oh, butts.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh well.
unfortunately. Might be coming
It's
back.
We
tough.
tried.
Yeah, so everybody's schedule I know is really busy.
No!
Uh-oh.
God. Ninja died. Sorry.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm watching it. He got second place. It was so close.
All right, so I'm kind of zooming out. The board that they've set up is really cool because everything is fully scripted, which is awesome. So we won't have to actually set anything up. So we'll kind of go with the full setup, and you can kind of see how it puts everything into place.
Cool.
So we are on the ship called the Nemesis, and which is a terrible name for a ship.
Yeah.
I guess. If
Well, is it? Because we have to fight against the ship too, don't
That's
we?
true.
All the rooms are magic and
That's
they change
true.
all the time.
They might.
Yeah, apparently we're a crew on a starship, but didn't bother to learn about anything. We just went right to the hibernation room and fell asleep.
Well,
So basically, what happens when you set it up is you put all these room tokens face down, and then there's kind of a room event token that will happen when you first explore a room. That's this little square token on top. And everyone's going to have a different objective. You might have an objective to fix the engines and then set a jump course to Earth or another planet. And then that could be all your objective. Some people could have an objective where they have to take an egg from an intruder to a laboratory and investigate it. So the objectives are kind of simple. There's usually 2 steps involved. And then you also have to escape. And there's only 2 ways you can escape. One is to find an escape pod, unlock it, get in it, and then jettison out. There's only going to be enough for, I think there might be enough for 3 people if everybody can unlock one. The other option is to, after we run out of 15 turns, the ship is going to automatically jump because the corporation cares more about its ship than its crew. So it's going to It's going to automatically jump. If not everyone is in the hibernation pod, then they will be splattered on the ship because of the G-forces of the jump. So the only way you can win...
escape before it jumps.
Right.
Or when it jumps, you better be hibernating.
Right.
Okay.
Because and that's the only way you can win, even if you meet all of the objectives, all the criteria of your objectives.
how long does it take for the ship to jump?
We have 15 rounds before the auto jump, and we have been emergency ejected from hibernation in the hibernation pod. One of our crew member always starts off dead, so you have 5 choices technically.
Oh,
of
okay.
crew.
So it's like the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
and the red lights are flashing.
Mhm.
Whack, 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 and
Exactly.
then you look over and you're like, "What the fuck happened?" And then
He's got his chest burst. He's got his chest burst out of him, so we know there's an intruder on the ship somewhere.
Okay, gotcha.
So we're playing with 3 players, so that sets everything up.
So is this basically like the 5th player is just still asleep, like they didn't wake up?
Well, or they woke up early.
One of them's gonna die. The other one, maybe the other one like already escaped. He was like, "Peace, bye."
Yeah, I think
Because there are 5 to pick from, right?
Yeah, so now we have 4 to pick from. They're on the right here. I think the one who died was the Marine. So I think what happened is he woke up early and had an intruder in him that burst out of his chest, and now his corpse is sitting with us.
Got it.
Okay.
So
And I'm just wondering about the 4th person that we don't pick. Like, what is our
that's a good
lore
question
for them? Yeah. Like, they
I guess
like,
they're
woke
staying...
up already, and
That's true.
they're the reason that this whole thing went down.
That's true. Maybe they're the secret agent and they got off already. They got out already. Because there is a missing escape pod. If you'll notice, if you play with 3 players, one of the escape pods has already been jettisoned, so that could be
that's it. That's 100% it. Scientist was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah. So in your hands, besides taking a look at which of the characters you might want to play, there's the captain, there is the pilot, there's the scientist, and then there's the scout. Each character has 2 unique items and then a unique action deck. Most of the action deck is filled with cards that everybody else has, but what's really cool is the actions may take more actions for you to do that same action. So for example, the scientist is going to be really good at using computers, whereas the captain might not be as good, and so it might take him more actions to be able to use a computer for something.
Got it.
Okay.
So there's some pretty cool differences in the action deck. And while you're picking, in your hand you should see 2 objective cards on your right. And you are going to pick one of those as your secret objective, and then you can discard the other up here on the top of the board face down. You also,
Like,
on
up here somewhere.
yeah, on your left you should see you were given a random player card, and that should say which player you are.
Yeah. I just wondering where to put the objective I don't want.
Oh, okay, yeah, up there's fine. Actually, you can throw it in the box, because the box has all the discarded
Okay.
stuff.
Cool. Thanks.
Do they give you different points?
Nope.
Are there point values? No.
No.
Okay. So we just pick one and put it where?
You pick one and you put it face down on the objective slot here on
Okay.
your player's. The other one that you're discarding, you put face down inside the Nemesis box up here. It's like a sack for holding your.
The Nemesis box. Oh, this
Yeah.
this thing? Oh, that.
Yeah,
oh,
the
okay.
the game box.
Okay. It's a sack. Eh. An egg sack. Oh, gross.
All right, so I'll show the audience at home my objectives really quickly.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I won't
No
look.
stream sniping.
Yeah, please don't reveal. Although I don't think mine will be too big of a deal. Just to give you guys an idea. Okay, I think I'm gonna do.
Yeah, no spoilerinos.
Yeah, please chat. It's more fun.
I don't think we have a lot of risk of that. I barely
Yeah,
do chat
we got
anyway.
good people. We
I'm
got
an
good
asshole.
So, by the way, this is really cool. I found this out when I was kind of learning how to play this game. If you know how when you hold Alt, it zooms in on a card.
Yeah.
If you hold Alt and then hit Shift, you see the underside of the card without revealing it to anyone else.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. So that way you can check your objective at any
That's
time.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh my god, we need that for Gloomhaven.
I
Don't
know.
forget to tell that to Nikki, because that's really important. I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
forget what mine is.
I know. I do too. Or my battle goals. I'm always needing to look at those.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because that's really the only thing we can't. Well, I mean, I guess our cards that we place,
Yeah.
numbers, blah, blah, whatever. But, yeah, it's not that important. Battle goals, though. No, I need to kill this before you kill it. It's very important.
Yeah.
No reason.
So, Deb, I guess you're player 1 if you want to put your turn card up here.
Oh, do you know that already?
Well, I deduced it because Joe's 2 and I'm
Oh.
3.
Oh, got you. I didn't
So you-
know we were
Detective
revealing those.
stuff.
Sorry, I missed
Yeah.
that.
So you.
Alright, so I get to pick
Yes.
one person? Okay, I am going to play Karagombra.
All
She's
right.
Kerrigan and Sombra clearly mixed together. Like, look at this, it's ridiculous.
So if you click the scout button on your playmat, it'll set it up for you automatically.
Ooh, here we
Oh,
go.
cool.
Ooh, baby. Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so Joe, you get to pick second.
Okay. Well, I really know nothing about the game, like maybe people watching, so I'm just. I do like bossing people around.
You should do
Captain might be
The
nice.
captain?
that. You are the
Um,
captain now.
I am the captain now, I think. Let's do it.
Do it.
I'm the captain.
Okay, cool. So I'll
We're
be
all captains now.
I'm going to be the scientist. So if you'll notice, your pistol or whatever, everybody has a weapon, and it has limited ammo. So once it runs out, you cannot use it anymore.
Oh, that means the pilot. Oh my god, the pilot left? That's why we're fucked.
Yeah.
Because the pilot
okay.
would just be like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this. We'll just like crash the ship into a moon, and I'll get to escape pods. Bye."
So I went ahead and clicked begin the game. Everything else left. The only reason why the soldiers' items are still out is because if you go to a certain room, the crew cabin, you can actually steal his items.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so it definitely is that the pilot left.
Yeah.
That is 100% what happened.
Yeah.
They took their shit.
And he
they were
killed the
like,
soldier getting out.
I
The
thought an
pilot did?
intruder burst out of his chest.
Well, yeah, but you never know. He might have been the one that put the intruder in his chest.
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's the pilot. The pilot was just like, I woke up, these motherfuckers are like, I've done this a million times. I've been in hyper chambers sleeping bullshit a million times. I know what's up. And
So
they
we're out
woke
of here.
up and immediately were not groggy. And we were still like coming out of it, and they were like, peace. I hate you guys. Like, mercenary out. I'm bye. And once they learned the soldier was dead, they're like, okay, we have no chance. I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah.
This guy has the assault rifle. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so you have I have a pistol. I have 3 ammunition. I can only deal 1 damage per shot. I also have some analytical equipment which I can use. I can actually investigate the corpse that's in our very room, and what's awesome about it is we can reveal an intruder weakness, so it can make the intruders easier to kill when we run into them if I can have a chance to analyze his corpse.
Oh, but you have to carry the human corpse.
Yeah, I have to pick him up, and I'm assuming carry him over. Or actually, I don't have to carry him anywhere. I can just do it right here. But the downside is I have to discard this card after I do that. So I won't get to
Do you?
analyze
Because it
anything
says
else.
discard the carried item and reveal an intruder weakness card. So you have to discard the corpse.
Yeah.
Or the intruder carcass or the intruder.
Oh, and then this also
Oh, no,
says
it does
discard.
say discard after use. Oh,
Yeah.
I got you. That sucks.
So I only get to
Okay.
use it once.
Mm.
You do have a, right here, you have a pile of action cards, or on your own play deck. You're going to want to draw 6 of those cards.
Shuffle them first.
Yeah, shuffle them, and then draw 6.
Boop.
So those cards are your action cards, and they can be used for several different ways. Basically, the turn order goes starting with player 1. So Deb, you'll go first. You will do a series of actions until you decide you want to stop. There is a reason why you don't want to spend all of your action cards. One of the reasons is that if you are the person in the room who has the least action cards, an intruder will attack you before anybody
okay.
else. So it's kind of like your energy that you have left, your endurance that you have left. So you might not want to use all your cards. And then in addition, if someone moves out of your room, you can move with them by discarding a card.
Is this the kind of game where you only get like 2 cards every turn, sort of thing? It's
No.
not like a draw back up until you're.
At the
You
at the
have
end of the
6?
round, you'll draw up to 6. As long as there's
Oh,
not
okay.
if there's no intruder in your room, you'll draw back up to 6.
Okay, so probably for the first turn would be okay.
Yeah. So all of your cards have actions on them themselves. Like you can search, you can repair, you can rest. But what you can also spend them is just discarding them. You can do basic actions, which are on the right-hand side of your card. So, for example, you can spend any card and just by discarding it and move one to the adjacent room. You can escape. What that means is if there's an intruder in your room, you can escape them, but you usually take damage when you do that. You can pass an item that you're carrying or a heavy object like an egg or a corpse that you're carrying to another person. That costs you an action card. You can pick up a heavy object like a corpse or an egg by spending an action card. You can shoot someone by spending an action card. And then finally, you can do close combat, which is like melee, if you don't have any other choice besides fighting hand to hand. And all of that can be done with any action card being discarded. And then the other option that you can do during your turn is you can actually do the action that's listed on the card itself by spending it, and then sometimes you have to discard additional cards on top of that.
What does the gun/the X'd out gun mean?
Oh, okay, so if the gun is X'd out, that means if you use this for its action, which is the text listed on the card, you have to, if the X is on the gun, that means you can only do it if you're not in combat with an intruder.
Oh, okay.
And then
If it does have it, it means you have to be in combat?
Right.
Okay.
If it has nothing, then you can use it in or out of combat. And then besides using your cards, there's also, whenever we get to where we've got a room flipped over, every room has an action listed on it. And if you want to see a summary of the room actions that are possible, they're up here on this white reference guide.
The typos on some of these cards are hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's a French game.
As it were no intruder in your room. Oh my, that's funny.
So those are the basic. So you keep doing actions as long as you want until you run out of cards, or you decide you want to save the rest of your cards to see if there's anything you might need them for on someone
What are
else's
the
turn.
bulkheads? How do I know what a bulkhead is? Is that like these little numbered things over here?
Yeah. So, well, actually, it's these little room striped.
Oh,
So
okay,
you
so they're doors.
Yeah. So you actually close a bulkhead door like this,
Oh, okay.
and then that can keep intruders from busting in immediately, although they'll break it down really easily. Or you can actually trap other people in
Okay.
rooms or in between.
So
from
they're
coming in
they're
rooms.
open right now,
Yeah, they all
and
start
then
out
you have to
open.
forcibly close them.
Right, right.
Does that cost an action?
Some cards let you do it. Like for example, I have a computer skills. If I'm in a room with a computer, then I can open and close bulkhead doors in a room I'm in. So I could lock myself in a room, or I can lock.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's actually a room you can go to. I believe it's called Command Center, where you can close or open any bulkhead doors in the
Ooh,
ship.
so you could like trap the intruder.
Right, right.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
We should just do that. But the intruder can break through doors, you said?
Yeah, so if an intruder tries to run into your room,
Uh-huh.
they will break the door but stay in their room, but then the door will be broken. They can move in the next time.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, so you close doors to basically hold them off a turn, maybe.
Right, right,
If the door's been broken, can you not shut it again?
right,
Okay.
right.
All right. So it's not like they rip it open and you can just be like, no.
Right,
Close
right.
the door again.
Yeah.
Smush.
Crazy.
All
Okay.
right. Let's see. So what is the point of like searching? You
So,
get, like items and stuff?
yeah, so every room has a color. And so, for example, there's red rooms that tend to have weapons, and
What
then
color is
yellow
this room?
rooms tend to have technology and science stuff. Green, oh no, I'm sorry, green tend to have science stuff, and yellow tend to have items that are. I was trying to think of the colors, what they designate, but I couldn't remember.
What color are we in right now?
We are. I don't think the hibernatorium has any color, but the room
Oh.
tiles will have colors, and you can see up here.
So basically we have to move.
Yeah,
Uh,
some room references only have white, which means you can draw from any of the 3 decks.
What is the significance of these engine rooms?
So let's say that you have an
I'm asking
objective.
a lot of questions before I do stuff because I want to make sure I'm doing.
That's fine. So
something.
let's say that you technically don't look at them because you're not supposed to. They've been randomized. But
Okay.
what you can do is you can do the Alt Shift thing to look at the bottom of it, and that tells you whether they're operating or not. But you can only do that if you're in the engine room, or there's a one of the room tiles has a computer where you can look at all the engines and see how they're doing.
Oh, okay.
So some objectives say you have to be able to get the engines repaired. You have to have 2 out of 3 working for us to be able to make a jump at the end of the game.
Oh, gotcha.
And if only 1 or 0 are working, then we don't jump. And then if anybody has an objective that's tied to that, we lose.
Is sending the signal, is that like one of the main objectives?
No, that might just
What
be
is-
a personal
what is that?
objective.
What does that mean?
So you have to find a room that's a comm room, a communications room, and then you have to do the action in there, and that lets you send the signal.
Oh, okay.
And then you just have that. If it's an objective you have to do, that's done permanently for the rest of the game. You just send a signal to your agency or whatever you're doing. You might be a spy or something.
Pick
like
me up.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. It's like a distress signal. Like,
Right,
help,
right.
SOS, LOL. GTFO. Just send them a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
Okay. Spoiler alert. That was not
No
asked out of nowhere,
problem.
apparently. I didn't know. I thought it was just a thing that everyone had for some reason.
Oh no,
Let's
that's all
see.
right.
Doesn't seem like there's.
So there's apparently like noise rolls.
Yeah. So anytime you move into a room, you have to do a
Mhm.
noise check. And so what you do is you roll the 10-sided die, which actually only goes 1 through 4. And so what happens if you roll an exclamation? That's actually terrible, because that means you have an automatic attack. But if I were to roll a 1 in the new room that I'm in, then I look at the corridors, and if any of them have a 1, I place a noise token there. So if I was in this room and I rolled a 1, I'd put a noise token there.
Okay,
And
and they're
you're-
going to be drawn to that, obviously.
Right. You only have to worry about it if you have a second noise token. At that point, you get attacked by an intruder.
Just automatically?
Yeah.
For making 2 noise?
Yeah. In any.
Wait, so how do you know if you make 2 noise?
So if you roll the die when you're in a room, and
Yeah.
the number that you roll already has a noise token on it, then you get an automatic intruder attack.
Oh. So, like, if you're in this room and you roll a 3, the noise would be over here?
Right. And
Oh.
you'd need a second 3, in order to draw an intruder.
But you only roll once per movement?
Right. Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So the
Alright.
likelihood that you'll make enough noise, and then the other thing that's cool about it is it kind of incentivizes you to keep moving
Yeah,
forward, I guess.
gotcha. Okay, so we can discard any card to move?
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry this is taking me
That's
so long.
okay. And then
I'm
Joe
going
and I
to
go ahead.
discard the... Where do I play my cards to?
There's a discard space.
Oh, okay, just put them there. Alright, I'm going to discard my Suppressive Fire to move into... Where do I want to go?
And then Joe and I have to decide before you reveal it if we want to move with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everybody gets to come with me
If
with
you-
my action? Or
With-
they have to
just with
spend
your
action cards?
just with your move action, but we also have to spend an action card if we want to move with her.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, but you guys all have to roll your own noise thing?
No, we only rolled noise once, so it's kind of good to stay together
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
because we only roll once.
Alright, I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
You want to move with her?
Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move to the top one.
Okay.
The only thing I want to do, Gabe, is your thing. We've got a human corpse in here. So if we move, we won't be able to do that thing of yours, right?
Yeah, we could always come back later.
You can only do it once, too. We might want to
Yeah.
just do it on something else.
Or,
something
or
we
how about
have
if we
to kill.
find a lab, I'll run back here and grab him, and then take him to the lab and investigate him. Because I'm thinking if I find something.
Seems silly to come back if we don't have to.
Well, but only if we
Seems-
find a lab. Like,
I was only asking because
Seems like that might be something you really want to do for some reason.
well,
Very random thing to want to do, Mr. Scientist.
I want to do it in the sense that we discover weaknesses. It makes our job easier, right?
okay.
Pretty fast. If we get them pretty fast, intruder fights will be easier, right? I mean, that's the only thing. We're in a room.
I make it easy. Just make it hard. I can go alone. I don't mind going alone.
All right. Well,
I mean, I'm only one room away right now.
Well, the only reason I asked Gabe is like, can I help you do that in some way by staying with you?
no, I have to pick up. I think I have to have picked up the.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I have to be the one carrying the human corpse. to
You
be able to
I
do it.
can't carry. Okay.
If you
Okay.
want to, actually, Joe, if you want to carry him into the room with us, but I think you have to wait until your turn if you do that.
I think, damn. And there's nothing else special about this room, right? It's not an item color room.
No, you can't do any searching. You can't do anything in here, except this is where you want to run back to if you want to survive, I guess.
Honestly, I know for me, I think I might stay because if Deb flips a room that isn't the item color I want, I may want to go somewhere else.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Bad?
No, I don't think that's.
Bad. So that's for
Whatever.
me. But yeah, if you want to, Gabe, I mean.
Yeah, I think I'll go with you.
I'm going to the top one. This top one.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so let me
Oh, that's not me. That's
decide what I'm gonna get rid of. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Interruption.
Wait, can I bring in Sylvanas? Be Sylvanas.
Oh, I'm just gonna move this just to.
Wait, is she? What the hell? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I forgot her cape has like 1,000 of her on it.
Oh no, we found the slime covered room.
Oh.
No, maybe that was a bad idea. Never mind. I won't be Sylvanas. A slime-covered room. The moment you
Okay.
enter this room, you get slime token. Great.
Yeah, so what that means is, let me check. So we had this little token that came up. So there's no items in this room. And then,
There's no items?
no.
Mm.
And then this
Oh,
room
we
is
have to roll
also,
noise, right?
yes. So go ahead. Actually,
And the
let me
room's
look up
also
this.
out of order. Yeah, what the fuck does slime mean?
Oh,
How do I get it?
I'm looking it up. It has something to do with you're actually, the intruders are more drawn to us than normal. So,
Oh, because we smell?
yeah.
Ew. How do we get rid of that?
Okay, so we have to find a shower room or a room where we can change our clothes.
Can we change our clothes in the G-Force room?
No. I think we have to go to our crew quarters or something.
Okay.
So we both have to be slimed, which means we take one of these red tokens from our
And
little
just
bag
put it
and
on our slime
yeah.
box? Okay. Well, I'm gross.
Crazy.
Alright, so we roll noise.
Yeah, so basically what this means is we're slimed is if you roll an X, we're attacked suddenly.
That's not an X, right? That's an exclamation point. Is that
Yeah,
the X?
I think that's bad too.
That's not an X, though!
I
It's
know.
an X!
I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. Hold on. An X,
Oops. Oh,
an
God,
exclamation mark.
I accidentally grabbed something else. Oh, that's the X. Yeah,
Oh,
exclamation
okay.
point's not the X.
Yeah,
though.
so X isn't is worse. So basically, what this means is all intruders. An exclamation mark means all intruders in adjacent rooms which are not already fighting crew move to this room. If there are no such intruders, nothing happens.
Oh,
Well,
good.
there's no intruders,
Right.
right?
So we lucked
That
out.
we know
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're good.
Yay.
Alright, so nothing happens.
Right.
Cool.
We just
All
got
right.
slimed.
So, let's see. What is a... Why would I want to put a damage marker in my room? What does that mean? Would I destroy a room?
The only we can work to destroy the nest room.
Oh,
So there's
not
a
this room, though.
Right. I don't think there's really anything we can do in this room at all
Okay.
except avoid
I'm
it forever.
I'm thinking I'm going to move.
Okay.
So, I'm going to... well, there's no noise on the board, so I'm just going to move with this random card that I don't think I'm going to need.
Okay. I think I'm gonna move with you again.
Okay, let's see. Where do I move? Let's move.
You guys are abandoning your captain.
I mean, you chose not to come with us, so if you die, it's on you.
A good captain lets the pawns kind of go first.
I'm
That's
thinking
true.
here, because then we could choose to go to the engine room.
That's true.
So, alright, let's do it. Let's go there.
All right. So I discarded my. Whoop.
I'm just trying to stay off the hex for you, because then you're going to have to flip it in a second.
Oh.
When are we supposed to roll the noise? Before or after we reveal the room?
After.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the Section 4 evacuation hatch, or Section
Oh,
A.
sick.
So we now have a place where we can unlock the Section A hatches.
Oh, hell yeah! How do we do that?
Oh
Do I
wait,
search it?
never mind.
Oh.
This is the entrance to the hatchet to the life pods. We got to find the place to actually unlock them in another place.
So
So this shoots us all the way to those pods.
Right, if we can unlock
Dope.
them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I search this room?
Yes, actually. So, just to let you know,
Wait, why is it oriented that way? Does it have to be?
yeah, it's kind of
weird?
weird how they do this, but basically what happens is, well, hold on, let me get my.
Oh, because the exits have to line up?
So what? No, what happens is this is the number in the hex here tells you how many items are in the room to search. So you have to rotate the hex until this number matches the arrow pointing on the outside. So there's
Okay.
2 items left in this room. And then the other problem that happens in this room is that this also is malfunctioning, so someone needs to repair this life pod room before we can escape in the life pods in here.
Okay. And we also have to open the life pods.
Right, in another room.
Got it.
Very complicated
Wow.
ship.
Yes, way too hard. Not user friendly.
Yeah.
How do we blow the ship up? Let's just destroy it.
There is.
Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, there is actually in one of the rooms. I can't remember. Generator. If you find the generator
Yes.
room, you can turn on the auto destruct sequence.
Oh, hell yeah! Explosions and fire. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I want to search this room because there are
Oh
two
wait,
things.
did you roll for noise?
Oh no, I didn't. Where's
Okay.
the no? Okay. No X, because we're slimy. How about a?
All right.
There's no 4.
There's a 3-4.
Oh yeah, there's a 4 there.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, so not too bad. So now you can search.
Okay. Does the search make noise?
I think it's what you just follow the instructions on your card.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Draw an item card in color corresponding to the color of the room you're in. So
Right.
is the room we're in blue?
No,
Because
it's
the
actually
ship thing?
white. So you can draw from any of
Oh, it's
these
white.
3 decks here. Equipment yellow, equipment red, or equipment green. So these are like medical equipment. This usually has to do with military stuff, and this usually has to do with equipment, science, like engineering equipment.
Oh, so white is like colorless. I can
Right.
make whatever I want.
Right.
Oh, that's dope. How
Yeah.
do we know it's white?
Because
the evacuation hatch is like white?
yeah, the background of the title,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see. What do we want?
Did Deb play a search card to do that?
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Oop.
I'm just curious because so I had questions about that card, but now I don't. I have an identical card now that I see hers. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Alrighty. Oh, it says if you're in a white room, you may choose
Oh, right,
item
right.
deck from.
I didn't know what the
whatever.
counter
Yeah.
things meant, but now that the tiles flipped, I get it. Now.
Yeah, so now there's only one more item in this room.
Oh,
Okay.
so that's how we track.
Right,
Okay, got
right.
it. Cool,
Okay.
cool. Oh, and then it will end up with the title on the top.
Oh, yeah. Smart.
Okay.
Yeah, that's neat.
Get something good, Deb. We need it.
All right, let's see. So the yellow thing is tools and
Mhm.
technical cards, and then the military weapon ammunition, and then medical. I want to get rid of the slime. I feel like that would be medical. But you said showers were the only way to do that?
Yeah, showers, I
changing
believe that
clothes.
in your cabin you can change clothes, but it doesn't say that in the cabin on here. It says you can take both item cards of the first deceased character. So it doesn't look like you can go anywhere except to the shower room to get rid of the slime, which kind of sucks because that
Okay.
could be anywhere.
Yeah. Let's see. How do we get rid of noise?
I don't think
Okay.
you can that I know of, unless there's an equipment card that lets you do it.
Like can't unring a bell concept, I guess. Once it
It's
happens.
true.
Let's see. I'm gonna grab a weapon card because that's. Do I show it?
I believe you
Is it public?
to equip it. Yeah, I think so.
Or just to equip it? I do. So let me see what it does first.
Yeah. I think you can put it in your hand and then decide if you want to equip it, but I think most of
Okay.
them should be public because I don't think they do anything inherently.
Try and look it up to make sure.
Energy charge.
I believe that card might.
Fully load one of your energy weapon / motion scanner. Oh, cool. I have a motion scanner.
Oh, sweet.
That's neat. Let's see.
Oh, so that lets you
Oh.
re-roll the noise.
Yeah, that's cool. Using scanner is not an action. You don't have to discard an action card to use it. Dope. And I can recharge it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's sick. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
You can pass items, by the way, too.
Oh, that's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to search again because I have another search card.
Oh, nice.
All right, let's get. Oh, what do you think, Gabe? What should I get?
Man, I don't know. I guess
Maybe
I'm
I could get
assuming
tech
there's a
tool?
reason why. I'm assuming if you're going to go to repair the ship, you might need some of those suckers, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Some of those yellow ones.
Yeah, let's get one of those. All right, let's see. A fire extinguisher. Put down the fire in the room you're in. Use it on a chosen intruder. It immediately withdraws. Draw a card from the events deck to determine the direction of its withdrawal. Neat. Okay. Do I have to equip these? Do I have to equip the energy charge to...
I think so. There's an equipment slot up here on the top.
So I just, like, put these up here?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say how you put items on, so I guess you just get them.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they just go on like that.
Because the equipment slots only have the bullet symbol on it. But it does have all 3 colors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay. Alright, let's see. What else can we do?
So remember, if you want to keep any cards in your hand, just in case their intruders attack.
Yeah. I kind of got rid of all my fight cards, though, so I'm gonna go ahead. I kind of want to move into another room. Like one of the engine rooms. I'm not really sure what kind of stuff that does, though.
So the only thing that happens in the engine room is you can check the status of an engine by spending an action, I think. Discard. Oh, you have to discard 2 action cards to check the status of the corresponding engine room that you're in.
What would the status tell you?
If it is repaired or broken.
Why is that important?
Some people have an objective where you have to make the ship jump, and if two or more of the engines are destroyed or disabled,
you need 2 of the 3 engines to jump.
Right.
For sure.
They
remember reading
that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Okay. Then we're gonna move. We're gonna move. Well, I'm gonna move anyway. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna move. I'm gonna play Reconnaissance, which lets me discard an additional action card, and then I don't have to roll a noise roll.
Oh, cool.
So I'm gonna spend all my cards.
It's got to be a scout thing.
I definitely want to move with you then.
Go up here. Yeah.
Oh, can you move up there?
I don't know.
I think
do we have to go through the engine?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, butts.
First.
Oh, shit. Whoa, I just threw my token like a million miles away. Oh, I roped us into a corner. No! Well, I kind of want to get away from that noise thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where do we go? I don't want to go back into the slime place. But, well, I don't know. Where do you think we should go?
Can you go to this room? Does that hallway connect?
Yeah, we can either go to the middle engine room.
Through the engine room, yeah.
Yeah, or the top engine room. Those are
our... have to go through engine 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will... Well, dang. I guess you won't be able to move with me if I continue moving.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just not use those cards and then you could move?
Yeah.
And I could come with you?
Right.
Alright, let's just do that. Alright. Okay.
So Deb's done.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Alright.
It's me next?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you cold, heartless bastards left our soldier. He's
dead. What are we going to do? Eat him?
We examine him, is what I was proposing, but the scientist apparently isn't interested in science.
I just want to figure out where everything is first. I want to get I'm a good scientist. I got to know where all my tools are, my materials.
Yeah, and he's stuck with someone who he knows is stronger than him, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to be a team player.
He's got a pistol and I've got a rifle.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a team player and actually pick up the corpse. which I think is like a basic action.
Yeah. Now you know
Now
while
my
you're
hand size is one less.
yeah
Right?
right
Do I carry it?
right.
Okay, it's all right.
What is one less?
So if you're carrying a heavy object like a corpse, you can only draw up to 5 cards at the end of your turn
Oh.
instead of 6.
Okay.
So I figure.
Oh, so if it's the end of my turn, do I draw back up?
Yeah, you will. Hmm.
Not yet, right?
Oh,
It's
it
the
has to
end-
be the end of the
Oh
round?
yeah, sorry, it's the end of the whole round. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I figure if these two, I'll do these two, and if they're decent stuff, I'll have the corpse with me. If it's like a lab or something, that's what you were waiting for, right, Gabe?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we could move down there if you ended
Yeah.
up here. We could get to you.
One question I had on my turn: how do we know what's an energy weapon and what's not?
I
Are
think
they all energy weapons?
that's a good question. I don't
I think
know.
if it doesn't take ammo, I'd imagine. I feel like it would say it was an energy weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm spoiling it too much, but I've got a card that says add 1 ammo token to the chosen energy weapon, and I don't know if
You
what
probably
I
have to draw one, maybe, I'd imagine.
So our
Like if you
guns
had-
aren't energy weapons.
Yeah, I bet they're not.
Okay. So I picked up the corpse. That's one thing. I don't need to. Yep. So there's nothing else to do in this room, right?
Yeah,
And
because
we
my
can-
energy charge says that too. Fully load one of your energy weapon / motion scanner.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, that's always fun, though.
Now that we have nothing to come back to here, I feel safe moving on. So let's move. I'm just trying to figure out which card I want to throw.
Joe's gonna walk into the intruder. I'm calling it now.
Eee.
It's gonna be that first room.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
wanting to find the
Instantly
nest.
I'll get rid of
Yeah.
that, and we'll check this room out.
So this
Yeah.
one right here. Okay.
Right.
So this is the command center.
Oh, this is where I live, I think.
So this is where you control the bulkheads,
Oh, cool.
and there is one item. So it's actually on the right arrow space, but the way that you came in just got sealed by a bulkhead door.
Ooh, but you could open it, right?
And you're sealed
So,
within. Yeah, you can. You're in the perfect place for that to happen.
Wait, I can't leave this room till that's fixed, or I can
Well, you
go
can't leave the room the way you came
to
in.
the- Okay.
Should this be like rotated so it looks like it's walking?
Yeah, yeah, if you want. I just did it so it's easy to see.
So, what's
Yeah.
with the bulkhead
I
thing?
suppose.
You
So
said
you
I
can't
control.
go back through there until you break it down. Or
Yeah.
open
Oh, I get that, but this room, I
So
do
you-
what in it?
So you got to do a noise check first. So you
Oh,
can
yeah.
control the doors. You can open and close doors anywhere on the ship.
it. Do you have to like discard a card to do
Yeah,
that?
you have
or
to see the little 2 symbol with the cards. You have to discard 2 cards to do that.
Oh, okay. Use to control doors. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my noise check. 2.
Okay,
Oh,
so
it's
that's
here.
here.
Damn it. So I gotta do this
Mm-hmm.
in the 2. Okay. So I'd have to discard. There's no doors. I mean, I don't care about opening that right now. But I can search in here, right? Possibly. You said there's one
There's
item.
one thing.
Yeah, there is one item, so you can search if
Okay.
you play a search card.
I do have that. It's just like Deb's. So I play it,
Yeah.
and I get, but I
And-
have to pick a red.
Oh, okay. Is that so?
Right.
That's what your search card says. Oh, right. It is.
There-
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
does
a
have to
red
be
room, yeah.
red. Yeah.
And I don't. Do I need to shuffle this or just grab the top one?
I shuffled it, but if you want to shuffle it, you can.
What do I got? Concussion grenade.
There you go.
Throw it into a neighboring room or in your room. Intruder receives 2 damage. All other beings present, me included, get 1. 1 damage / light wound.
Okay.
Okay, so
How much damage can we take?
So it's
What
kind
have
of
we got?
weird. You can take light damage, light wounds, and and then when you take your 3rd light wound, it becomes a serious wound. And then you can actually have up to 4 serious or 3 serious wounds, which are these slots on the bottom. They're actual cards that debilitate you.
Oh, okay.
And then when
So
you
it's
get
like
your 4th
you can
one,
only
you're
draw
dead.
up to a hand of 3 now, or something
Right,
like that.
right.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to discard. This room's done. We need to rotate it for the item.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yep, I'll do that.
And I'm discarding another one to check out that last room for us. Moving here.
Okay. You have found surgery. Sugary. Sorry.
Sugary.
Sugary. No, I'm kidding.
Surgery.
You can do surgery that removes an alien infection here.
Oh, that's a good place to remember. Okay.
There's one item in this room, so it's rotated correctly, but it's now on fire.
What? I didn't do anything.
How do you know?
I think-
Oh, the random.
Yeah, this
customer
little
things
random token
give you-
has-
Oh, okay.
I think so. The fire was already in here, Joe, when you came in. It's like started by the emergency on the ship.
Do I roll noise real quick?
You can. I'm just looking up the item to make sure.
2.
Do you
so
get a
damage.
wound from it being on fire? Oh, we better not go that way.
Yeah, I
Just
think
stay
you're-
in.
Joe, I think if you stay in there, you are going to get wounded.
If I
Just to let
stay
you
in-
know, yeah.
What is staying like if I do any other action right now
No, I just mean if you don't move out of that room, you're going to get wounded.
at the end of the round?
Right, at the end of the whole round.
Oh, okay.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a search card anyway, so I couldn't search the one item. So if I move to engine room 2 and I only have one card left in my hand, I just sit there, but I don't know anything, right?
Right, because you can't do anything in the engine room if you don't have enough cards, yeah.
Well, I don't want to get damaged. I've only got 2 cards, so yeah. I'm going to discard one more card to move to engine room 2, and then that's where it's going to end, and I roll another noise token.
Right.
Shit, this is bad. There's a lot of numbers that
Oh, yeah, there are.
maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Well, why don't you move down to this room? Engine room 3.
Okay, let's say I did that.
Okay. That's a lot less.
Then there's less of a chance. 3.
So, okay, so here's the trick about these special vents. These are the ventilation systems in the ship, which the aliens can travel through. So if they hear noise, they're drawn to those vents. But we actually place the noise token here in the technical corridor space, which means that if anybody else rolls in any part of the ship, that technical corridor number, the intruder comes in.
Through any vent.
Yeah, through any vent.
Holy
Oh.
God.
Crap.
You
Yeah.
echoed through the whole ship.
Yeah.
I don't move quietly, guys. That's my
Why don't you
That's
throw
not-
yourself in next time and...
Fucking
Okay.
brute coming through.
Well, I'm looking. I'm like, guys, where'd you go?
You back up and a bucket falls down the well.
That's
Oh,
it.
jeez.
That's it for me. I'm
All
out.
right. Gabe's turn. Carry me to victory, Gabe. Let's go.
All right. I think I'm going to... All right. I think I'm going to use my repair card to move into this room. Oh, I moved myself. Do you want to move with me?
Yeah, I'm coming with.
Okay.
You guys got all
Whatever
the items
counts.
in that room, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
rolling.
You didn't get the item in the surgery room?
Well, I couldn't stay. I didn't have a surge. Plus, I didn't want to
Oh.
stay to get burned, unfortunately.
So I just rolled noise, or one noise in 2. So thankfully nothing bad.
Okay.
All right, I think I'll go ahead and do one more room movement to move up here.
You couldn't fix that evacuation hatch, right?
I did have a repair card actually.
Oh, you didn't want to fix that before we left?
Maybe I should have done
This
that.
scientist doesn't do sciencey things very much. You notice that? This guy?
Well, I'm trying to convince him that maybe we should do that.
I know, and I told him.
I'll
I
come
tried to
back.
convince
I'll
him
get these
first
cards
before.
back. I'll come back. It's not a
Well,
problem.
if we come back though, the noise, there's a bunch of noise around it.
If we come back to the corpse too, that was the plan, right? I'm starting to question this guy.
There's only one noise token next to the evacuation hatch. This one is from the engine room.
You're
Yeah, but
so
we have to go
upset.
through the engine room to get to it. Otherwise, we have to go back in Slime City.
Yeah. Well, we're already slime, so technically.
Well, unless this next room is a shower, in which case we.
I
won't
know.
be.
That's why I'm trying to find the shower room and a lab, so we can start finding the weaknesses
Oh my
on
God,
these
he's,
things.
he's baiting me into the lab. He's gonna kill me in the lab.
He's up to something.
Yeah, he's up
There's
to
no
something.
way. There's
He's the
no
worst
way.
scientist.
He's got a card that says like player 2 needs to die or something, or player
No,
1 needs to die.
I think his goal is like, don't do any science stuff.
Yeah.
Research a
Don't do
body
science.
or
You-
fix evacuation chambers.
Look, I just Googled all of my papers in med school.
He Googled somebody else's dissertation.
Yeah.
He paid some kid in, I don't know, some other country like $50
Yeah.
to
carried
write
a dead body in the
40,000 page paper.
in
Yeah.
the hopes he'd search it and he's running from me. Something's up.
Jeez.
Are,
All right, we going in this room?
are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, we found storage. Draw a card from the chosen item deck. Oh, okay. So I
Okay.
guess you can do that even if there's no items left. That's cool.
Well, you can pick any color, right?
Oops. Okay.
Sorry.
More than
It's
just
okay.
red.
I'm failing. Okay, there we go. So it's on 3.
Oh, there's 3 in here? All right.
Yeah, there's 3 items in here, but unfortunately it is
Broken?
malfunctioning, so we can't use the storage.
Because it fucking,
Ability.
of course it is. Oh, but you can fix it.
That's true. I can once I get my... But all I have is a search card left, so I'm going to search
Okay.
to draw an item, a red item.
Okay.
So now we're down to 2.
All right. Well, get something good.
All right, come on, Reds.
Get a remotely fix the evacuation hatch without having to walk back there.
I get an energy charge.
Oh, all right. Well, we already know what that does.
Actually, Joe, I do think that energy charge can be used for a weapon.
Or just like my weapon.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't.
that's ammo.
I know.
It's
I don't know
ammunition.
why. Because it says fully load one of your energy weapons / motion scanners.
Yeah, but a motion scanner runs on electricity too. I think there are weapons that say energy weapon.
I just don't know where they would say that.
I just feel like it would say ammunition.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
since it writes ammunition on the card, it's not like it was a translation thing, right?
Yeah. I guess I can look it up.
I can
Yeah.
try and look it up. Is your turn done? I
Uh,
going.
Yeah, I'm actually out of cards.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now,
Everybody's gone.
yeah. So now we're on the. I believe the intruder phase is going to be skipped because there are no intruders yet.
Okay. And there could be more than one?
Yeah.
So if we start like lighting up places with noise, they're just gonna come in from everywhere and
Yeah. Yeah.
body snatch us. All right, great. So we can refresh our hands.
Not quite yet. So what we have to do is So we had the intruder attack, fire damage. I gotta look that up. What happens with fire damage? I think that's just if you're in a room with fire.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Coben, I got fire. Oh, that's such a good.
Yeah, you take a serious. Oh, Joe, you would have taken a serious wound. That's not
If I didn't know it, I'm gonna quit smoking.
Yeah.
So now we draw an event card,
Uh-oh.
and that comes from here. Got it. Okay. So here's our new event.
Intruder bursts into any room that has one or fewer people in it.
Development, larva molting. Draw 3 tokens from the intruder pool, then change all the drawn larvae tokens to adult form tokens. Okay, put all the tokens back into the pool. All the players present in the room with no intruder have to perform noises roll in order. Whew. Okay, so we draw 3 tokens from this bag here, and if any of them say larva, none of them do. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Put all
So
the
we have to
tokens back
roll in order.
Yeah.
Well,
all
it says
players.
all the players present in the room. Which room?
I just think it's bad English. It's saying in a room with no intruder has to perform a noise.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
1.
1.
Yay for you guys.
Do we have a 1?
Don't think so.
Yeah, it's down here, right?
Is it?
That's a 1.
Is it?
Damn, that's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
Well, it has to be. There's no number on that.
Yeah, but there's little white lines on the sides of all the doors.
Yeah, but that's like in the space between
I
the
don't think
bulkhead and the
that-
door, right?
Is a one, but
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Are there some places that don't have numbers? Because I feel like every entrance has a number.
Yeah, you're right. They do all have numbers.
Unless it's under this tile somehow.
I
Oh, the
lifted
tile's
it
not.
up. There isn't anything under there, but yeah, I
Yes,
think
it
you're
is.
right.
They're supposed to.
So we
yeah.
do have a noise here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now-
All right,
so
Joe.
Joe's turn.
Uh-oh.
So that
Text
actually
you.
just means that's okay. Silence. You're not slimed like we are.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Phew.
Nice.
Alright.
Good job.
And then, so now we just do the in-game phase, which is
Wait,
Mo-
Gabe, you have to roll.
oh, does each
Each
player?
player. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh.
No! No!
All right.
Okay.
So what?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
If a player must draw a token from the intruder bag, but it is oh wait, we already did that. Okay, so I think what we do is we draw an intruder from the bag from the pool.
Oh, it's a larva though.
This is a
Nice.
young intruder. It's now in our room.
Enjoy
Okay.
that, guys.
Thanks. Fuck you.
Again, the scientist has screwed you over.
Yeah, what the hell?
What?
I should have used my thing to re-roll my noise. Oh, but the X is bad for us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
'Cause
nothing
we're
safe for
slimed.
us, 'cause we're gross. We're disgusting. It walked us into a fucking shit cloud.
All right. So I think the only thing that we do now is we draw up to 6 cards. Oh, actually, we only get to draw 2
Ugh.
because we're in a room with an intruder.
I can only
And we
drop
have to move the time marker.
Yeah.
Move that.
5
Yeah.
because I've got a heavy body with me too.
What? We really needed to be the ones to draw the cards over here.
Yeah.
What happens when you run out? Reshuffle your
Yeah,
deck?
you reshuffle your action deck and make a new deck.
Okay, let's see. How much health does this thing have?
So the tricky thing is when you're fighting them, you have to. What you do is you do a damage to them, and then you draw a card from their attack deck to see if it kills them. So the number in the top right, if it's equal to or lower than the wounds they have, then they die. So it's like totally random. They could die on a really easy shot or a really hard shot at any point.
Wait, what? How do we know? Wait, what?
So if you look at these cards up here, so let's say you shoot it and do 1 damage, then you draw an intruder attack card, you flip it, and you look at the number on the top right, and if the wounds is equal to or higher than that number, then it's dead. But if it's lower than that,
Oh, okay.
yeah, then which it would have
So
been.
that's like their defense card.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So eventually, the more wounds you do, you'll more easily kill them.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So do we want to take a quick break, and then we'll be back?
Yeah.
Sure, that's a good spot.
Finish
So,
1 round.
It'll go
Alright.
faster now.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys back in just a few minutes.
Oh shit. Mm.